I got quite a few orders that came in over the weekend, so these are kind of Friday night into Saturday. The orders that we did get that we are fulfilling, typically I try to go to the post office on Sunday, drop everything off, so that they scan them in first thing Monday morning, and they get sent out for any of the orders between typically Friday night all the way to late Sunday afternoon. So, starting off, we had a couple eBay orders. Lechonk Reverse Hollow sold for $179. Slowpoke, this is just a normal common out of Paldea Evolved. This sold for $1.79 on eBay shipped. And then I did a Foundations Jumpstart box opening, and basically took one booster box, put them all up on TCG Player, and I'm tracking to see if we can make our money back on that box. And we had a couple decent hits out of that box, and so some of those sold on the first day, which was super nice. So we have a Lotus Cobra that we sold for $5.32 shipped. And then somebody else bought an Ancient Green Warden for $12.27 shipped. And then we had a General Crete for $7.94. So a couple magic cards there right off the bat. Super nice. That is the only magic booster box I have on the site. I cracked that. So I don't have any other magic cards. So basically we're not going to see a lot of trickle in there from the lower end sales, but it was nice to see a bunch of the higher ends move. We got about 25% back on the box already. So that was super nice to see in the first day. Then we got a Yu-Gi-Oh order. So we had somebody, they ordered 2 Maiden with Eyes of Blue, 3 Black Illusion Ritual Super Rares. These are the Speed Duel Tournament Pack versions. And they also picked up 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons from Legendary Collection Kaiba, the Ultra Rares. And then they also picked up a Starlight Rare from a Rarity Collection 5. So the Dark Lord, they picked that one up as well. So that was $5.32 shipped for all of those cards. And then somebody picked up a Meowth from Roaring Skies. That was 37 cents, and then they paid $1.49 shipping for that one. And then we had another Yu-Gi-Oh order, and this was a little bit of a larger one. There was 21 Yu-Gi-Oh cards in this order. So you can see a couple Elemental Hero Blazemen. These are from the Speed Duel Midterm Paradox. Kind of a collection box, if you will. It's kind of like a deck box with a bunch of decks in it. The Snake Hair, as well as Clown Zombie. And I believe these are from, if I'm not mistaken, these are either from Arena of Lost Souls or Trial of... these are from Arena of Lost Souls. Draxpinos, 3 of those. Humanoid Worm Drake. And then Gear Golem Fortress. Gravekeeper's Descendant. Fairy Box. Killer Needle. A couple Archfiend Oath. Those are from the Dark Crisis 25th Anniversary reprint. That was nice to see. And then some Gravekeeper Steels. Again, these are Speed Duel Tournament Packs. Super rares from that. And then also the Gravekeeper Priestess. Same thing there. They picked up 3 of those as well. So those 21 cards total were $7.57 shipped. Then our next order that we had was actually this big order here. So this was a 55 card order. And this is actually one of the very few times I had a mixed Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon order. So it was relatively interesting. They picked up 4 Dark Magicians from Speed Duel Streets of Battle City. And then you can see they also picked up quite a bit of Pikachus here. So they picked up 7 Pikachus from 151. They also picked up a Pikachu from Evolving Skies. And then they picked up a whole lot of Speed Duel Tournament pack cards. Not sure why these are selling all of a sudden. I've had them on my TCG player for a long time. I opened up 2 cases of Speed Duel Tournament packs probably 6 months ago. And I've had them on there, and they've been slowly, like, trickle selling. And then over the past couple days, I've got a bunch of these sold. So, interesting. Not sure what happened there. But we had 13 Lord of D's they bought. Again, those are all super rares. And then they bought out all of my Harpy Lady ones. So they bought 30 Harpy Ladies. And these are all super rare Harpy Lady ones. So, pretty big order going out there. In terms of number of cards, the value of that was $23.50. And obviously I'll have to send that in a little box probably. So we're probably looking at like $5 to $7 shipping on that is what we'll have to pay. And then we had Reckless Impulse Sale, another Foundations Jumpstart card. That one sold for 85 cents plus $1.49 shipping. And then somebody bought 23. So one of the things I did this week as well is previously I had all of my Celebrations cards on eBay. I decided to double list them. So I decided to keep them on eBay, but also add them to my TCG player inventory. Work from home, so I can be pretty reactive. If somebody buys them, I can remove them from the other platform. And somebody came in, and actually 2 buyers came in and bought all of my Zekrom holo rares. So this individual buyer bought 23 Zekroms for $6.67. And then somebody came in and bought 2 Umbreons. So this is the regular non-holo uncommon from Obsidian Flames. So that was 60 cents plus $1.49 shipping. And our last order that we got was that other buyer who picked up the 3 Zekroms for 87 cents plus $1.49 shipping. So those were all the orders that we did this weekend, which was actually pretty nice. I don't have a massive inventory, so it was also always nice seeing some big orders come in like that, especially this 55 card order on a lot of cards that have been sitting around in my inventory for months that are just duplicates. Like I said, I bought 2 cases of Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 in order to pull the full set for my personal collection. And all of the duplicates I listed, and they actually, paid back for the box plus some. So I've been able basically to open those cases for free, add the cards to my collection for free, and, by selling off those duplicates. So super nice. Really happy with the sales this weekend. Like I said, these are sales for about the past day and a half. So I'll be definitely getting all of these sent out and dropped off at the post office tomorrow night. They'll go out first thing Monday morning.